Welcome back. We're turning our attention to the defensive backs for Week 16 and the last playoff waiver wire for this season. So our top play for this week is Malik Mustapha of the San Francisco 49ers. Mustapha is a high upside option who has settled into a fantastic every down role, and he is a name we mentioned a few weeks ago. In fact, he came through for us when we did, and has been on a roll since then. Looking at his recent production, he has been on a tear since coming back from injury. Over his last 3 matchups, Mustapha has delivered elite IDP production, racking up 24 combined tackles. That gives him an outstanding average of 8 combined tackles per game, and he capped off this run in Week 15 with 6 solo tackles and 4 assists versus the Titans, a dominant total that came in a matchup that wasn't even ranked good on paper. So overall, we're shocked his rostered percentage hasn't budged much. But the real reason he's a top play is his Week 16 matchup against the Colts. The Colts are the #1 opponent to target for safeties in IDP, and as always, one of our favorite matchups to target for undermanaged DB. The Colts offense is a perfect opponent for safeties because of their offensive scheming, and Phillip Rivers didn't exactly light it up in his first start last week. And once again, this leads to a high floor for tackles for Mustapha, who plays in the box. Mustapha offers a high tackle DB1 floor with game-changing big play upside. He is definitely our priority add this week for your playoff semifinals. Next up, for our safe choice, we have veteran Harrison Smith from the Minnesota Vikings. And Smith is the epitome of a potential high-floor safety, always near the line of scrimmage making plays. In fact, he continues to deliver solid IDP production, recently totaling 6 combined tackles, 3 solo, 3 assisted, and 2 passes defended in Week 15 against the Cowboys. And as always, his floor remains one of the most solid floors in the league. Plus, he rarely doesn't come through for us somehow. Now, regarding his matchup, the Vikings get the Giants this week. The Giants are a top 12 tackle-based opponent for safeties, which is exactly where Smith excels best. This is a favorable spot for safeties. Specifically, the Giants' offense often forces defensive backs into action, leading to a high number of tackle opportunities. So while Smith's ceiling isn't as high as Mustapha's, his reliability, plus the high-volume nature of the Giants' game, makes him a solid low-end DB1 with a strong potential upper-tier upside in this matchup. And finally, let's look at a really deep option who is also playing a full-time role, Isaiah Pola-Mao of the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a stretch, but Pola-Mao has quietly been an IDP workhorse, playing full-time in most of his recent games. The production is there too. He has delivered pretty decent fantasy value, tallying 15 tackles in his last 2 games, which is solid output for a deep pickup. So he has delivered unexpected but strong production when we've needed a desperate play in deeper formats. But the main focus is his Week 16 matchup against the Houston Texans. The Texans are currently the 11th ranked opponent against safeties in sack-based scoring over the last month, which is a highly favorable spot. In fact, Pola-Mao has delivered strong production in similarly ranked this format recently. He totaled 5 combined tackles in Week 14 against the 11th ranked Broncos, and then had a dominant 10 combined tackles in Week 15 against the 14th ranked Eagles. Specifically, the Texans often force their opponents' defensive backs to play near the line of scrimmage, giving Pola-Mao ample tackle opportunities. So he's locked down as a solid DB2 with upside this week, making Pola-Mao a great deep pickup. If you found these waiver wire tips helpful for your playoff run, please hit the like button and subscribe. Check out this next video, and good luck in your semifinals.
They doubted us every step of the way, but we knew what we were capable of.